Hi Aquarius, welcome to your May 2019 angel card readings. I'm doing general readings for the month of May, so just consider that it may not all resonate with you. Either parts of it may or parts of it may not, but just take what does and discard the rest. I am using the Angel Tarot card deck by Doreen Virtue. And then I'm also pulling an Archangel Oracle card deck, also by Doreen Virtue. So you can go back to the cards and look them up if you want to look at them closer, get deeper meanings, more information for yourself. If you would like a personal reading from me, please go to my website, angelawakening.net. or follow the links below and we can work through something more personalized for you. So, it's so interesting because I resonate a lot with the sign of Aquarius, and I'm just getting like a sense that you guys are kind of quiet the month of May, which is odd because I don't normally sense you as being very quiet. But as I've been telling a lot of the other signs for May, I believe it to be kind of a kicking off point, a launching point for the rest of the year. And how we internalize and associate the people and situations and events that happen to us and around us in May is really going to dictate how well we handle life in general throughout the rest of 2019. And I kind of feel like as I've been telling other signs, as I've been relaying that information that I'm getting, it's almost like you guys already knew that you've known for a while that you're working up to something special, something important, something that is going to matter greatly to you and hopefully in the lives of others, and everybody else is just kind of catching up. So if that's the case for you, that's not surprising, I guess, because you always tend to be ahead of the curve. But where it may, well, let's just see what the cards say about where this may be of interest for you. I'm getting just a lot of cards for you, and I'm going to try to rein it in. If we need to do some clarifying cards, we can. But yeah, you guys have done a lot of preparation for the rest of 2019, and I'm not sure that the month of May is going to be, this. I know it's a big month for a lot of us, for most of us. I don't know that it's going to be a big month for you in terms of revelations or big aha moments, as much as it is kind of like a, yep, I saw that coming. Yep, I knew we were going to be in that place. Yep. Just, you're going to get reminders that you're on track, that you're on point, that you're with the right people or not. You're going to get some clear validations one way or the other, and when you do, you're going to be like, yeah, I kind of had a feeling about that. I kind of knew that was working, or I kind of knew that wasn't working, and where everybody else is going to be like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I can't, I have to completely pivot my life, change my whole life course. You're already going to have plan B, and already kind of know what your next step is as a result of some of the things that are going to happen. So let's see what we get. Two of Water. A relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. So, yeah, if you've been working through challenges in relationships with someone else on a very personal level, you might be coming to maybe it's not necessarily an aha moment, but just yeah, I knew that we were in this place. I knew we were going to have to work through some conflict. I knew that we were I knew that something wasn't right. I knew that something wasn't necessarily working, but I didn't know what to do about it. And I didn't know that we had to address it right now. And maybe you don't have to address it right now, but it looks like the opportunity is there for you to forgive each other and for you to work on, okay, are we doing this or not? Are we both on board with forgiving each other or not? Because it's going to take two to get through it. And it can't just be you working on it or just the other person. And if you decide that, yeah, we're both in this, 1,000%, then the opportunity is there to form a really deep bond and really take that level of intimacy to another step. There's just a lot of healing that I think can come out of this. A lot of healing that can come out of this month. Because like I said, you already kind of have an idea that, you know, something needs to get worked on. And I think you've already got some ideas potentially of how to do that and some ways that you can maybe coax the other person into working on it with you. And really being a team, really being like, let's come together. These conflicts need to come to an end. They're serving no purpose anymore. And the potential unexpected gift that you can get out of this resolution is that you take your romance to a whole nother level. You take your relationship to a whole nother place. You find in each other this bond that maybe was buried after years or decades or months or however long you've been together. And you're like, gosh, I always knew that was there, or I always knew that's why we came together. That's why we fell in love, or that's why we were attracted to each other, because we do have something special, because we do have something underneath all of this chaos that either we created or has been around us. And we have the opportunity now to really forgive each other and go and move past it. You also have the 10 of Fire, too much work, accept help from others, life is out of balance, stress-related health concerns. So, again, you already kind of have an idea that you're either working too hard. The number 10 is associated with career. And fire, obviously, with ambition and passion. But if you're in a situation in a work environment, or really any environment, but if you're working too hard on something, and you're not seeing the reward, either a personal benefit or a resource benefit or acknowledgement or something, your stress associated with that can cause some health concerns in the month of May, or can lead into, from May and in through 2019, can lead into situations that you're like, yeah, I saw this coming. I knew I was going to have to get another job. I knew I was going to have to, I knew that this situation with my boss wasn't working. I knew I was putting in too many hours, and I ignored it. And I don't think you're going to do that in May. I think you're going to really, it's going to come to a head, both with personal relationships or with work. And you're going to say, I'm ready to address this, and I'm ready to acknowledge what's happening, and I'm ready to move on from it, or I'm ready to do the work that it takes to put this situation back into balance. You also have the Eight of Water, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual, and emotional growth. See, you're getting a lot of the cards that different signs have gotten, but you're getting it in a different way. It's coming together differently for you because it feels like you've already done the work. You already see the challenges that are ahead of you. You've already got in place, at least in your mind, some ideas about how to handle it. And when you get to that point of, yeah, I'm done and I'm moving on from this, you'll have already done the spiritual and emotional work that will let you move on fairly easily and fairly with as little resistance, both externally and internally, as possible. You know, going for something more meaningful in your life is what you've been about for a while. And so this is now a moment of, you know, all of the work that you've done on yourself up to this point could potentially get rewarded now, as the number 8 is associated with finances and resources. And I know these cards, you're not going to be able to see them necessarily unless I get them all the way into the camera, and then even still. So that's why I give you the deck, so that you can go and find this yourself if you so choose. But the Eight of Water as the number of both resources and with a water card with emotions and feelings, yeah, you've done the work that it takes on how you feel about certain situations and certain experiences. And when you're ready to go, you're ready to go. And it's going to be, for some reason with you, I just see second phase or plan B, or, you know, like second phase of a relationship because you decided to work on it, or plan B for a job because it's not going to work and never going to work. However it is that you're moving on, if that's with the same situation or in a new one, this is not going to be a surprise. This is not going to be a shock, and you may even be the one to instigate it. 7 of Fire, defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. So yeah, you're going to be ready to do something. It's just a matter of, you know, doing it for the right reasons, and, you know, not being impulsive about it, and knowing that with the number 7, you know, partnerships are going to be affected, relationships will be affected, people around you will have an opinion, people around you are going to want to know, you know, what does this mean for me? What do, you know, or why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to us? And you're really going to have to decide, all right, it's worth it. It's worth it for me to have this battle, or, you know what, I just want to walk away, or no, I'm ready to defend my decision, but just have in place for you, as I say, if you've already known to some degree that you've come to this certain point in your life, in a certain place, in, dare I say, almost the middle of the year, just have in your mind, or in your just for your own sanity, what got you there and why you got to this point, so that you can defend it, and so that when you're ready to go to battle, you've chosen that battle appropriately, and you're ready to fight it to the end. Because what you don't want to do is go, well, I know I learned all the lessons, but I can't really remember why I'm battling you, or I can't really remember why I'm staying with you. I think we care about each other. Right? We do, right? Let me just clarify the 7 of Fire. Okay. So this was defending your beliefs and being, standing your ground, defending your decisions, choosing your battles, and the clarifying card is King of Air. Speak your mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. So yeah, once you get to that point and you're ready to talk about it and you're ready to defend it, speak up and do it with the acknowledgement that you've got all kinds of power behind your words, and if you're not sure if this is a well, it could be either. It could be a personal or a professional relationship, but you might need to seek out some help, and that help might provide you with the right type of advice, either in a therapy situation or if it's work related, in HR or some kind of career counselor of some type. If you're a student and this is school related, the same thing, somebody who can help you along that path. But being ready to stand up for yourself and being ready to say, no, I've seen this coming for a while, and I know that I'm ready to move on, and I know that I'm ready to move on with you or without you, and here's why. And just be prepared to defend it. Not because anybody can tell you any different, because they can tell you you can't do it or you can't go, obviously, but just because you want to be clear when it's all said and done that you did the right thing for yourself, and you know why, and you clearly know why. And we have Archangel Zadkiel. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. That's so cool, because that's the last thing we were just talking about. So you may need to get some advice, and that advice can be very valuable when you're stuck. Because like I said, I feel like you're already there, you're already done, you're already ready to move forward. You're tired of the, well, I'm going to pick up my sword because you picked up your sword, or I'm going to battle you because, if it's not getting you anywhere, then it's time to choose a new approach. And that new approach might just lead you to a deepening of the relationship or partnership. And if that's the case, it's going to benefit you both. You just might have to be the one to initiate that and be the stronger person. So I hope that was valuable for you. If you would like a personal reading from me, go to my website, angelawakening.net. And otherwise, I will see you next time.